So anyway, we all know about the great bronies here, right?
Yeah.
All right, but we know about everyone here and how great the show is, right?
Yeah.
However, as most of us are aware, there's a darker side to the fandom which we know pretty well. To Mrs. Oliver and Miss Libman.
Great.
All right, so I'm pretty sure you're aware of Princess Celestia being portrayed as a tyrant, an internet troll, and God forbid, and Pinkie Pie and Fluttershy on occasion.
No.
I'm canceling this question.
So I'm going to let you know from where I stand, the darker side of the fandom is not part of what I will talk about. It's not part of what the show's about. If you choose to do that, that's your choice. It's not why we're here, not why I'm here anyway.
Oh my God. Dude, there's nothing better than when absolute internet autism clashes with real world individuals who just work a 9-to-5 and are normal people. It's something like, it's like seeing oil and water mixed together, or better yet, an even better, sicker reference is taking red and blue coming together to make purple hollow, an impossible autism. I love stuff like this because it really makes me question reality. I've said this maybe 1,000 times. I see videos like this and I wonder if these people are real. And then I realize, like, they are real, but it's so hard to accept. And the thing of what this person is a brony or an adult My Little Pony fan. And this is something that's pretty old at this point. This is pretty hack. I mean, me talking about this is basically like a classic hits because it's been around for so long. But despite it being around for so long, every time I see it or think about it, I just wonder to myself, how exactly does this happen? Why do these grown men or grown women, majority grown men, at least that I see in the autism verse, show up and basically are infatuated with My Little Pony to the point that they actually become part of their personality? They are a brony. That is something they identify as. Their pronouns are MLP. They are a brony. And what's crazy to me is that I don't see the appeal of the show, but that's the thing. It's not for me to get because clearly I don't have this brand of autism. But some of these bronies will give you tips and pointers as to why they like the show.
What do you like about My Little Pony?
It's innocent.
The characters themselves are very cute. I like the music, and I love Pinkie Pie, and how she boings, and how she defies gravity.
Why so many people like it? Because it stops them feeling lonely. Because they see cute little colorful animals on screen, and they kind of wish their friends were like that.
Friendship can give you hope. It can give you strength. It can bring you up in the worst of times.
If Bin Laden watched My Little Pony, 9/11 would have never happened. Possibly.
The thing that is very interesting to me about My Little Pony is that it's a kid's show that some way, somehow, it attracted a certain brand of autism. What I mean by that is that I believe, in my opinion, people like this, you have to have autism. It is a prerequisite. Unless you're a child, you have to have a neurodivergence that causes you to see My Little Pony and get sucked into it like an absolute maniac. And the thing that's so confusing to me is why does My Little Pony and Sonic and other shows, if you don't know, Sonic is another magnet for autistic people, just go on Google and type in like James Sonic the Hedgehog, or you know, Johnny Sonic Hedgehog drawing. Like, people will draw themselves as Sonic, and that's like another Sonic shoe. I mean, Chris Chan is the poster child for this type of autism, where they want to live in the world. They basically want to be like Maya and Miguel, where they live in Dragon Tales. But it's not enough to be Maya and Miguel and fly away in Dragonland, which would be awesome. But they want to take their own sick, disgusting, perverted images and interests and apply it to this world, which is sickening because it's a children's show. And the other thing that's so crazy about that first clip where the guy was asked the question at the podium is that a homie just showed up to a kid's dude, this is insane. He showed up to a kid's show with a bunch of kids in the audience and just randomly drops the word monster in front of an audience of normal people and children. I'm sorry. It's when you really drink this in and you really break it down to the bare minimum, and instead of just saying, you know, it is what it is, there's weirdos on the internet, if you really just take it as this really happens and these people really exist, it starts to broaden your horizon, and it really just starts getting your synapses moving, because you could just say it is what it is. There's weirdos out there, they draw themselves as characters, they are attracted to these characters that are in a children's TV show. Yes, that's right, I just said they're attracted to these TV show characters, and it's not anything normal. It's not like they're attracted to Raven from Teen Titans. That's totally normal. There's nothing wrong with that. That's totally by the book, 9 to 5. But they're attracted to a cartoon horse. I don't understand that, but some way, somehow, that's a reality.
That's another thing. I kind of watch relating to ponies.
What? What?
It's called clopping.
What? What are you? What? Are you f***ing with me?
No, it's called clopping, Dad.
What I love about that clip is that I still don't know if it's real or not. It's a brony calling his dad and simply saying that he is a brony and that he wants to come out of the closet.
Dad?
Yeah?
Hey, can I tell you something?
Okay.
Alright, well, are you sitting down right now?
Am I what?
Where are you right now?
I'm at our grandmother's watching the dog. Why?
Alright, Dad, I've been wanting to tell you this for a while now, but, God, it's kind of hard to say. I'm a brony.
The hell is that?
I watch My Little Pony, Dad.
What?
I watch My Little Pony with my friends. I'm a brony.
That's really gay.
Actually,
I'm sorry, that is gay. Are you gay or something? Are you gay?
no, Dad, I'm not. Dad, I'm not gay.
But every time I listen to it, I can't tell if the dad is really the dad or if it's acting. And the part of me that's more sane wants to say that this could not possibly be a real person and they wouldn't record this. But then the other part of me is saying, hey, Elliot Rodger's a real person, so why can't this be real too? It looks to be a legitimate case of someone coming out of the brony closet, someone who was saying that they are indeed a My Little Pony fan. They're just going out there and saying, Dad, Mom, put me on Megan's Law list. Let the neighborhood know I am a freak of nature. Now, here's the thing. Let's be fair. Supposedly, allegedly, according to statistics, I don't believe this, but there are normal individuals who may be watching children's TV shows. Now, when I say children's TV shows, I guess more literally, I mean under the age of 8 or 9. I mean, I understand if you're like me and you grew up broke and the only TV you really had was PBS Kids. I mean, I watched PBS Kids until the cable turned on, which was never. And for me, I watched Cyber Chase all day, every day. That's pretty much the only reason why I passed my math classes. Is it a kid? So yes, did I ever want to live in Cyber Chase and be with them? No, why would I want to do that? They do math every day. That sounds like hell on earth. But what I'm not getting is this attachment to the show where not only are you an adult, 20 plus, you can't even say you're a teenager at this point, but it makes it, you're part of your identity, you're obsessed with it, you like watching it, you then cling on to the community, you find people who watch it, and there's a strong relationship between people where like if you watch it, that means we watch it. It's kind of like how Star Wars people are. I mean, let's be honest, if we're going to talk about brands of autism, Star Wars is definitely top tier. I know at this point, white people have made it part of their culture and made it acceptable to say that Star Wars is just the best thing ever. And they go to Disney every year just to experience the Star Wars experience. It is a brand of autism. Granted, it is very early autism, so it wasn't as freaky. But I mean, actually, now that I think about it, the whole Princess Leia and Jabba the Hutt thing was pretty freaky. But my point is, there is a weird connection between these people in the show. I don't know much about the actual story points. I just know the people who watch it, which makes me not want to ever see it. But I will give them an ounce of devil advocacy, right? There is an example of a normal My Little Pony fan, and I know this for a fact existing because I used to, as I said, watch PBS Kids, and as part of PBS Kids, there was Arthur. And there actually is an episode of Arthur where they pretty much explain My Little Pony, unironically. And it's a pretty interesting and weird phenomenon where Arthur is basically going home. He ends up just going to a channel and watching a lovely duck show. It's a little kid show for ducks that are supposed to be soothing and calming, and you basically see a bunch of colors and these ducks look cute and you like it, and he ends up liking it. Now, I would also say, right, I'm just gonna go out on a limb. I'm not gonna say this is my whole personality. I'm not gonna say that I love it and I can't get rid of it out of my head, but whenever the Mickey Mouse hot dog song comes on, it's a slap, it's a bop. I don't religiously watch Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, but I've seen a couple episodes and I can see why someone would like that. Now, is there something wrong with someone who goes out and downloads season 1 of Mickey Mouse Clubhouse? I don't know. I would never do that. That's the thing that's blowing my mind. It's the fact that these people see a kid's show and then go online and they're like, I need to see season 1. I need to see season 2. Like, you just watch a kid's show. It comes on the TV. You end up getting sucked into it. The only reason I watch a lot of shows as a kid is because that's what was on TV. It was just there. The reason why I watched Dragon Ball Z and Naruto is because Toonami was nice enough to show that to me. I might have been a My Little Pony fan if that's all that was on TV, but the thing is, how is it that people see it, get sucked into it, and then start to buy the DVDs, collectibles, toys, outfits, costumes? They start getting freaky deaky with it. They become older. They find people who are also into it. Some way, somehow, these people actually find connections. They actually get freak offs going on. You got Diddy versions of My Little Pony, where apparently they be running trains at My Little Pony conventions.
Heard there are crazy parties.
There are crazy parties.
There was a BronyCon.
No one. Oh, sorry.
There was. I know people who were in it, and I know people who caught crabs in the brony crabs.
And it's blowing my mind that it creates an entire community, an entire coexistence, an entire habitat for autism, where the nucleus is My Little Pony. You get people sucked into that, and then from there you create a disheveled, disgusting community around that. And honestly, to me, that sounds like the work of the alphabet people. That sounds like the work of those people, where they know how to hook certain people in, they know how to get their attention, and from there they create a destructive community around it. I would say that My Little Pony is basically the same thing as rap music for black people, where, as you heard Geraldo Rivera said, that rap music is more destructive than slavery ever was, which is obviously true and obviously the case. And it really is just one of those psyops that exists to suck people in, destroy them from within, and from that point on, they're no longer human beings. They are now bronies. They are now Playboy Cardi fans. They are now Drake stans. These are people who have been changed, manipulated to the point that they're no longer human beings. And I think when you think about adult My Little Pony fans, I think you should just think of it as a government orchestrated organization that exists to literally destroy people from within. And at the same time, you also got to be a little bit thankful, because these same people probably would have been school shooters had it not been for My Little Pony. So you got to do a give and take.
At the end of every single video, make sure you ask people to rate and subscribe to your content. It makes them feel like they're involved even though they're really not. And most importantly, make sure they comment on every single video. If you have to, disguise it. You know, call it something like the question of the day. And really make them think you're gonna really read it when you really don't have to. Ha ha ha!